Welcome to Shorty SuperCoach, and SuperCoach is open and we got big changes. I'm pretty up and about actually. I've been waiting to see whether they would change much, how they go about a few things. And I've got a few things I want to talk about. There's some pretty reasonable changes, some pretty solid new things that are adding into the game this year, and just want to discuss them. 35 trades, a new way of going about dual position players, leagues are more flexible, and we've got a trade boost. Pretty interesting, and I'll get stuck into that. And it's also exciting because once it opens, it really is when it starts to get going for SuperCoach. So I'm looking forward to that. We've been cricket mode. We're sort of finishing off tennis mode now, if you're that way inclined. But once we flip the calendar to February, we're our full footy mode and SuperCoach mode. So the 35 trades, let's talk about that first up. And I mean, that's clearly off the back of COVID sort of operations, I would imagine. I did a video the other day, excuse me, about how we would change or cover our teams if we did have isolation or players missing games due to COVID at the drop of a hat. Now, obviously, they have decided to give us extra trades, which I'm not sure if we're going to get anything else or how they're going to go about it. If that's the only thing that happens, I don't like it. I think in essence, it's far simpler to just give the player that misses through isolation or COVID or whatever it might be, COVID related stuff, you just give some sort of average. I mean, this 5 extra trades basically just says, oh, you'll probably get affected 5 times. But my mate might get affected 9 times. He might just cop some shit luck and have 9 players that he misses, and I've only got 2. Obviously they are just numbers thrown around in the ether, but I just think, have 5 extra trades, you'll make it work. I don't know if that makes it equal and fair, but it is what it is. We'll wait and see if they do anything else. It'll certainly help. I still think we should use those or treat those trades like gold, because there will be some people that burn through them and just think we've got heaps and heaps and heaps. But I tell you, they go pretty damn quick. One thing I do hope, and this is one for the future, that eventually we do go back to 30. Honestly, my ideal trade number would be probably 26 or 28. I think 30 is very generous, and 35, I just hope in normal times we go back to, because it is a genuine skill and tactic, and does reward people that pick good starting squads and therefore have to use less trades, and it rewards people who trade smartly and efficiently. So they have previously been gold. We don't want them to be a less valuable commodity as we go forward. But for now, I think that is just, and I'll be very interested to see if there is anything else that we sort of get to handle potential COVID interruptions. Now, the trade boost. I love this. I love this one. I've been calling for something very similar. I think it's just archaic for so long that we've been 2 trades per week. That's all you get. The basis of the game is we are the coach. So we should have more flexibility in terms of our tactics, when to pull certain triggers. So the trade boost will be 5 opportunities to use that boost, which will give you 3 trades for the week. Now, I'm pretty sure if I read it correctly, it was just 5 and just 1 extra. So, which I think is awesome. How many times have you been trading and you go, if only I could do another downgrade to get the extra cash, or oh shit, he's going to go up in price massively next week. I wish I could get him in now. So I like the fact that it is a tactical thing, so you can't just do it unlimited amount of times. Obviously, again, we could, instead of burning 10 trades over a 5-week period, you might burn 15. So it can definitely get away from you pretty quick, those trades. But I think it's awesome to give us more flexibility and control over the way we trade and tactically be a coach of our team. I think is awesome. So I'm really wrapped with that. Now, the dual position stuff is really, really interesting. Now, AFL Fantasy, they've done this for a while, where they'll change positions during the year off the back of what they're actually playing. Now, honestly, I don't mind either way. I've kind of liked in the past how SuperCoach has a little bit of a quirk how you can get a guy in the forward line, but he's a pure mid, you know. So I haven't minded that, but I also don't mind that it is probably more realistic to have players in their actual positions. Now, of course, we saw it with Aaron Hall last year, Jack Siebel, you know, there are lots of examples. Now, what I want to know, and I can't really find out, and I don't think this will happen, but how are these dual positions going to change and when? Will it be just any old time? Will there be set reassessing points throughout the season? Like, oh, we reassess at rounds 6, 12, 18 and whatever. Because what'll be interesting is, what we'll probably see more often is an adding of a position. Say Isaac Heaney, you pick him as a forward this year, and I don't even know if he's dual position or not, I can't remember. Cam Rayner, I think Cam Rayner's pure forward. Let's use him as an example. He starts playing midfield. Now, probably what's likely is that he would become a mid forward, because he probably will spend certain periods of time on a half or flank or whatever. What I think will be interesting is, say Jack Siebel, for example, last year as a forward, goes nowhere near the forward line. Now, does he become a pure defender? So can you lose? Will it be an adding of positions to make you a dual position player? Or will you fully change positions? Because that would be very interesting, you know, because, again, from a tactical sense, you could trade in Jack Siebel in the thought that, gee, he's not going to hang around long as a forward, and we knew how difficult it was to land forward premiums last year. Is it like, gee, I need to lock him in? Or could you be forward planning and going, okay, so I'm going to trade in this guy, and that guy over the next 4 to 6 weeks. Then by the time it comes around, hang on a sec, he's actually a defender now. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I don't think it will get that complicated. I think it'll be more like he's available as a forward. He's playing off the half back. We'll make him a defender forward now. So I think it'll be kept pretty simple. You know, the alternative, you could be rewarded for landing a guy in a certain position before they change, but I think they'll keep it pretty simple. So I think that's good. I think it'll add another element throughout the year to sort of keep it fresh and keep it a bit of spice. So, and just finally, the leagues, again, I like this. We just get more flexibility each year. You know, I think you can have leagues of 6 up to 20. You can join a league at any time throughout the year. There was also, you can change your secondary ranking point for like the ladder. So not just games won and then percentage like we see in the AFL. You could have, instead of being ranked by percentage if you've won the same amount of games as your mate, which we all know percentage can be a little bit of a poor reflection of how you've actually gone, because it's just luck. It's just luck about how you've drawn your opponent on any given week. You can then rank it by actual fantasy points. So it's not like in the footy where you can be rewarded by percentage for holding a team really well defensively and that sort of thing. We've got no control over the opposition in SuperCoach. So it does make sense to maybe, if you've both won 6 games, maybe your rank on the ladder should be decided by who's actually going better. So that does make sense. But yeah, look, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I think this is some really innovative stuff. I like most of it, and I think we might still get a few bits and pieces through about how it's actually going to go, specifically related to interruptions due to COVID, which I hate talking about, but it is a reality. So yeah, I'm very interested to see how we go there. But hey, hope you guys are traveling well out there. Got a few videos coming your way, which will be exciting. If you've been getting around the content, I'd love you to comment away, subscribe, and if you've got any questions, video ideas, please comment them below, because I want to try and use a bit more of what you guys say and get a bit more of that engagement stuff going. Probably within a couple of weeks, early Feb at some point, we'll look to go live on a Wednesday night. So stay tuned for that. Have a good one, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.